This is Tornado Slim and the Magic Cowboy Hat. Has anybody read this? All right, brand new book. Did you guys, when you read books, do you ever look at this part right here? See a few shake their head yes, some no. Well, I like this because it gives a little preview of the book. Tornado Slim is just your regular cowboy until the day he meets the coyote. Coyote asks Slim to deliver a letter to the sheriff of Fire Gulch City. Slim's never been to Fire Gulch City, but he figures he can handle it. Plus, the coyote gives Slim a special hat. As Slim travels from town to town, disaster seems to follow, and pretty soon, Slim learns that his new hat is not your average cowboy hat. Will Slim ever make it to Fire Gulch City? And what did the wily coyote write in that letter anyways? Kind of give us a little preview of the book. So what are you guys thinking about the book so far? Any thoughts at all? What are you thinking? Okay, some magic in it, yeah. Talked about the magical hat. All right. This here is a story of Tornado Slim. It starts one fine day as Slim roused himself from the afternoon sleep. He had no idea what he was in for. Afternoon, partner, said a coyote. Afternoon, Slim said warily. Would you say hello to a coyote?
No.
Maybe.
A little nervous?
Depends on if it's wet.
Yeah.
Say, think you could do me a favor? Asked the coyote. I've got this letter here for the sheriff of Fire Gulch City. I deliver it myself, but it's my wedding day. And if I'm late, my fiancé will be right sore with me. What do you say? Well, Slim stammered. Okay, interrupted the coyote. You drive a hard bargain. I admire that. Let's say I sweeten the deal a little bit and give you this here hat. It sure's a fine looking hat, said Slim, but the coyote quickly pushed the letter and the hat into his hands. Sure did. Appreciate it, partner. Now, use the hat carefully, you hear? Before Slim could say another word, the coyote was off. Seeing he had nothing better to do, Slim decided to deliver the letter. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, hold up your hand. How excited was Slim about his new adventure? Say 0, 1, 2. So 2's about the highest. So he's feeling a little calmed into this thing, I think, isn't he? Well, when he finally staggered into a small town hours later, his feet felt ready to fall off. I think I'll relax with a nice, ice-cold sarsaparilla. Any idea what sarsaparilla is? It's a flavored soda. Then Slim noticed all the commotion. Folks were scrambling about, shouting, "Better hightail it out of here, stranger. The dam's about to bust." Slim took off his hat, scratched his head, then he saw it. Of all the rotten luck, water was bursting through the broken dam and Slim was right in its path. "Oh boy," he muttered. Slim closed his eyes, gritted his teeth, but after a moment he realized he was still standing. Not only that, he was bone dry. Slowly he opened his eyes. The water was flowing right into that hat. Kind of crazy. Slim heard cheering. "Way to go, partner, you done saved our town." The town folks cooked up a feast of smoked ribs, yum, corn on the cob, and plenty of baked beans, 5-alarm chili, and a great big barrel of sarsaparilla. Slim could have stayed forever, eating free food, enjoying all the attention. But he then remembered the letter in his pocket. He set out again for Fire Gulch City. By the time he reached the next town, Slim's legs felt ready to come loose. "Whew," he thought, entering a saloon. Sure could go for an ice-cold sarsaparilla. So any guesses at what might happen in this next town? A tornado? Good guess. But before he could bless the bar stool with his behind, he heard a shout. Twister! Everybody began to panic, everybody except Slim. He had that hat. Back in a moment, folks, he said, sauntering outside. Folks shouted, what in blazes is he doing? You'll be blowed clear to Missouri. Slim walked straight toward the tornado. Whoosh, he spun around, something awful faster, then higher each time. Dizzier than he'd been in his whole life, Slim grabbed the hat off his head, the tornado, and right into it. Now, on solid ground, Slim put his hat back on his head. Folks cheered. You saved our town. That fella done took on the tornado. Another barbecue was prepared. There were smoked ribs, corn on the cob, plenty of baked beans, and 6-alarm chili. This time, and a great big barrel of sarsaparilla. Slim didn't stay too long, though. He had to get to Fire Gulch City. Coyote was counting on him. So, what's our next emergency? Any predictions? Fire, maybe? Fire? You guys are right on it. Wow, I think you'd read this book before. By the time Slim reached the next town, his whole body felt ready to crumble. But once again, the ice-cold sarsaparilla would have to wait. Because the meeting hall's on fire, someone shouted. Hot dang, everywhere I go there seems to be some kind of disaster, thought Slim. He ran toward the burning building. He held out his hand. This time, all the water from the dam gushed onto the fire was nothing but a few wisps of smoke. Slim could hear the familiar sounds of folks cheering. So this time the hat put the fire, or the water onto the fire. They were different. Then there was a scream. It's Smelly Jim. While everyone was distracted by the fire, Smelly Jim and his band of outlaws had robbed the bank. They were headed for their getaway wagon. Halt, shouted Slim. He had nearly caught up to the bandits when a gust of wind blew the hat off his head. The hat did a twirl through the air and landed right at Smelly Jim's feet. Thanks, partner, laughed Smelly Jim as he lowered the hat onto his head. The hat began to tremble. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Slim warned him. Before you could say sarsaparilla, the tornado shot out of Smelly Jim, and his band of outlaws were whisked into the air. Round and round they went. Their cries could barely be heard over the roar of the wind. I'm gonna be sick. I want my mommy. And with the outlaws, huh? The hat flew out of Smelly Jim's hand and headed right for Slim. As soon as Slim caught it, the tornado swirled back into it. The street was quiet. Smelly Jim lay face down in the water trough. Sprawled out around him was the band of outlaws. The town folks cheered as Slim led the bank robbers to jail. Nicely done, partner, he showed them. The mayor approached Slim. How'd you like to be the sheriff of our fine town, he asked. Me, sheriff? Asked Slim. Sir, I'd be honored. Then you got yourself a job, said the mayor. Now, let's get back to the let's get the barbecue pit fired up, folks. Bart, how about a batch of 7-alarm chili for yours? We've got some celebrating to do. There's just one thing, Slim said. I have to go to Fire Gulch City first. The mayor gave Slim a funny look. Shoot, son. This here's Fire Gulch City, he boomed. Are you kidding? Said Slim. I've got a letter here for the sheriff. Well then, said the mayor, I reckon that their letter is for you, 'cause you're the only sheriff we got. Last one left to get married.
There's a coyote.
Yeah. How'd you like that, thought Slim? That coyote ran me ragged, and for all that to deliver a letter to myself. Pretty clever. Slim opened the letter. Dear Sheriff Slim. Pretty good predictor, too. I know you're thinking you could have just opened the letter right when I gave it to you, save yourself the trip, but it wouldn't have worked. You needed all that traveling and adventure to get where you are, just like I did when I first became sheriff. So congrats on your new job and take good care of that hat. It's been worn by sheriffs for a long time. I'll stop in and visit next time in town. I've got some great wedding pictures to show. Yours truly, the Coyote. Clever, clever.